If you have been following me for a while, you know that I am Spanish, you know that I live in Spain, but here is a very interesting detail that you probably don't know. 99% of my days in general are in English. I know, how is that even possible? How can you live in a country and barely speak the language, right? How is it possible that living in Spain, I rarely speak Spanish, right? And so I would love to tell you today why that is and how more or less a day in my life looks like, and so that you can see that you don't necessarily have to live in a country to be able to speak the language. You can actually make certain decisions in your life to expose yourself to your target language as much as possible. But let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alejandra. I am an English pronunciation and delivery coach, helping Spanish-speaking professionals who have an advanced level of English to take their English to the next level by working on their pronunciation, intonation, word stress, and delivery. If this is your first time here on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe here below so that you don't miss the next videos. Alright, now let's talk about why my days and my life in general are basically in English. Now, I have to give a little disclaimer right here. I'm not saying that I don't speak Spanish. Obviously, I do to a certain degree, but almost 100% of my days actually are in English because of several reasons, right? So, like everyone else, I have a professional life as well as a personal life, right? And so the reason why 99% of my life is in English, it's because both in my personal and professional life, I have greater connection with English speakers. And I'm just going to describe a little bit about how that works. When it comes to my personal life, I have talked about this in previous videos, but I am married to an American and we speak English at home because that's what we have chosen to do. And obviously my in-laws are American, and so I communicate with them in English, and that's mainly why I speak English at home all the time. Another reason is because most of my friends are Americans as well. And I don't know why, but it's just happened to be like that. Now, I live in Madrid, and so a lot of times people come to Madrid for different exchanges and study abroads and things like that, and that's how I have met a lot of my friends that are really close to me, and I speak English with them as well. They have tried to speak Spanish to me, but for some reason we end up speaking English because it's just what comes easier for both parties, and that's one of the reasons why. Now, I do have Spanish friends, absolutely, because I'm from here, and obviously I do have Spanish friends. However, I've always been really interested in just meeting people from different countries, and when I was in college, I studied English philology, and I met a lot of people who were from abroad, and I established a really good connection with them, and yeah, they've become really some of my best friends, which is why I have more American friends than Spanish friends, but not because I don't want to, it's just because that's the way that it's turned out for me. Like I was mentioning, I do have Spanish friends, and obviously my family is Spanish speaking, and I don't speak English with them. I obviously speak Spanish, but we don't talk all the time. It's not that we speak with my family or my Spanish friends all the time, and same with my American friends. We don't talk all the time, but because of my circumstances and because I'm married to an American and my in-laws are Americans as well, then that's why I end up spending most of my time speaking English in my personal life. Another aspect of my personal life is that I really do enjoy consuming certain type of content in English, mostly because it's not as available in Spanish as it is in English, and so certain types of books I love in English, or podcasts, videos, and so I end up just listening to English and reading English most of my days. I am really into personal development as well as professional development, business, and how to improve in my business and things like that, which I'll talk about in a minute. And so most of the content that I was talking about, podcasts, videos, etc., are in English, and they have amazing content. And so I am absolutely grateful that I can speak English because I really do enjoy consuming that type of content. Now let's talk about my professional life. But before talking about my professional life, I have to go back to college, basically, because as I said before, I studied English philology and then I did a master's degree in North American Studies, and both my undergraduate degree and my graduate degree were entirely in English. I actually had one subject in my master's degree which was in Spanish, and it was really interesting because it was the first time that I had a subject in Spanish, and it was in my second semester. And it was really interesting because obviously I understood everything, but when it came to writing and doing all of my papers, it was a little weird because I was more used to doing it in English rather than in Spanish. But that's just an anecdote of what it was like in college. But like I said, in college, I studied everything in English. I became really used to reading in English, talking to people in English, my professors, different people that I met. And so when it came to my profession, I obviously wanted to continue to do that because I felt like it had really helped my English. And so that's what I did. And so during my time in college, I taught English lessons or private English lessons just to earn some money on the side. And after college, I became an English teacher at an academy, which was very interesting because I don't know the way it is in other countries, but here in Spain, in English academies, there's a policy that says that you cannot speak Spanish to your students, and so obviously I ended up speaking English all the time with them, and so that was one of my first jobs after college. But obviously that's not what I wanted to do long term, mostly because I don't necessarily agree with how teaching is set up here in Spain, and it's not as well paid as I thought my skills could be paid. And so I decided to start my own thing, which I was really excited about. And so I spent some time doing research and trying to decide what I wanted to do with my life because I was not happy in that teaching job at all. And so eventually I was able to become self-employed, which is what I wanted. And I came across different opportunities to work with different companies around the world. And obviously I speak English with all of them because that's the way the world works. And so that's why I speak English most of my time in my professional life. And I don't know about you, but my professional life has a very important impact in my life. And so most of my time I am working, not that I'm working all the time, but just a regular 40-hour week. And so I have to speak English a lot, which I chose it, so I'm happy about it, but that's what I did. And so I have developed different relationships with different people around the world that own businesses, and so I work with them. Another thing that I do for my job is that I became an English pronunciation and delivery coach. And so I started my own business to help, like I said earlier, Spanish professionals who have an advanced level of English, but they want to improve their English in a different way because, as I've mentioned, teaching English here in Spain taught me that I do not like the way that English is taught here, mostly because they don't really take the needs of people into consideration. And especially when you're working with adults that have been learning English for a while but are stuck or don't feel that they're confident, you need to be really sensitive to their needs. And so that's why I started my own business in that way. And so I created a very specific pronunciation and delivery program for Spanish speakers who want to upgrade their English. And most of my interactions with them are all in English because they want to speak English with me and they want to be able to improve it, and they want to be able to put the techniques that I teach them into practice so that they can be successful in their professions in terms of English. As you've seen, most of my day and most of my days in general are just in English, and I'm really happy about that. Not necessarily because I don't like speaking Spanish, because that's not it. It's just that I definitely wanted to make sure that I exposed myself to the English language as much as possible, and just because I really do enjoy it. It's not something that is hard for me. I really do enjoy speaking English, and I enjoy being able to help other people to improve their confidence and become better English speakers. And so that's why I chose to do this. And also I really enjoyed pronunciation, intonation, just everything that had to do with communicating in English. And so I love teaching people how to do that and how to become just simply more confident speakers in their lives. So if you are a Spanish speaker who has an advanced level of English and you have to use it for work, I would love to work with you to help you improve your confidence, to help you become more successful and like yourself in English, so that you don't have to just constantly walk on eggshells and think about what you're going to say or how you're going to say it. I would love to work with you. So if that's the case, let me know in the comments below or send me an email at contact@alejandra-rodriguez.com. Alright guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please click that like button to let me know, as well as subscribing to my channel, because I make videos every single week about English pronunciation and delivery, about how to become a more successful speaker of English, and many other great things. So I hope you have a fantastic week, and I cannot wait to see you next time.